Can we afford the big plane, the Flying Fortress tier 5 in BT6 on Chimps mode with Rosalia? So let me start things off by placing her right over here, and this is, oh my god, this is absolutely not the spot. Is that like a cheat spot, like maybe below this tower or something like that? No, there's not. We're gonna have to wait for level 7 for it to get activated actually. So the question that we're gonna try and answer today is there any point in trying to buy the Flying Fortress in BT6 with Rosalia? And so if you guys don't know, Rosalia's level 6, I think it was, or I think it's level 6. Yeah, there we go. Aircraft efficiency, monkey aces, and heli pilots placed near the workshop have all upgrade cost reduced. So what this means, and if I remember correctly, this discount is 5%. So essentially what this means is that all of these flying towers get a discount of 5% on all of their upgrades, and this includes the tier 5s, which is really important. So can we afford the big plane on Chimps mode? Let me just use, at least we can use the level 3 ability, and is it actually going to be helpful? It is. Oh, no, it's not. It's a blue on the left side. Okay, so let's actually use the level 3 ability a little bit earlier. So I'm going to use it right now as soon as we see it while the balloons are in the middle, and hopefully we snipe some of the big ones like the, yes, there we go. So I wanted to snipe the yellows and the pink ones, and I think we have this one. There we go. So let me actually get this guy on the side as a 032 Dark Monkey just to help out with these early rounds until we can afford the ace. And the reason why we're doing it with the Flying Fortress is because this is the absolute most expensive tier 5 out of all of them. It is $91,800 in Chips mode. And so I did the math, I ran the numbers on this thing, and it turns out that the upgrades tier 1 to tier 5 onto the Flying Fortress onto the ace cost a total of $123,000. And if you get everything under a discount village plus with Rosalia's discounts, you're gonna pay a price of about $116,000. So that's a $7,000 decrease, which is actually really nice. I mean, it's not too much, but it's like a level 6 ability when you think about it. So I guess it's kind of fair, right? And so I guess the question is this going to make all of these flying towers a little bit more affordable on Chimps mode? And I think the answer is yes, but only by a small amount, because when you take into account all these discounts, it turns out that you have about a 5.7% discount in total. So that's not a huge amount, but you know what? When we're talking about these huge numbers in the hundreds of thousands, I think that actually adds up. Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have the ace platform like this, but also an alchemist, and I don't think that both of them are gonna fit, but the alchemist is a little bit more important. And so actually I'm gonna have them like this. I want the alchemist buffing Rosalia as well, and when she hits level 7, we're actually gonna be able to place her right here in the middle of the track. That's gonna be really nice. But let's get the alchemist on strong, and let's buy the ace platform. No, actually, you know what? I think we buy the ace platform right now, actually, just so we get a little bit of extra damage. Then we're gonna buy all of the other upgrades under the range of a discount village. But let's see if we're gonna defend these rounds. So here come the lead balloons, and it's actually all onto this alchemist. I can get him something like 200, but I would really try and see if he can defend just like this without buying any upgrades, because I want to go for the discount village first. So far so good. Yeah, there we go. And then it's gonna be let's in round 30. And so we are in a rush, guys. We need to buy all of these upgrades a little bit faster than usual, because in total it's still $116,000 that we need to spend just for the ace, and that is a ridiculous amount of money, and that doesn't account for all of the other upgrades, right? So we kind of need to speed things up. So let me start with buying the discounts first, and I hope that our house can defend actually. Oh my god, wait a minute, did I make a mistake by buying the village? Let's get the larger portions on this guy, and let me get the stronger acid just to get a little bit of extra damage onto the alchemist. The level 3 ability is uncool, and maybe we shouldn't have used it on the previous round on the leads, but I think it should be fine with the alchemist, because it, yeah, look at this thing. So the regrows, it doesn't allow them to regrow. That's very good. Alright, so let me get the discounts, and if we fail to defend this round with only the Dark Monkey, then I guess we can restart and just buy the advanced intel, and we should be fine. But now that we bought the discounts, it is just upgrading the ace, and honestly I'm looking forward towards Rosalia's level 7, because we need to get her in the middle of the track as soon as possible. Oh no, this is not gonna work out. So maybe we need to buy some other upgrades. I really don't want to be spending money on anything except the bottom pad ones, but let's try with the rapid fire, and then maybe get the sharper darts just so we get some extra pierce. And I feel like this is gonna be an improvement, but the question is how much of an improvement is it gonna be, because we lost here on the second wave, and second wave is kind of going at it. We're gonna defend this thing. No, I say camel balloon. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Let's have this guy as a 3-2-0, I guess. So we get some buffs onto this guy, onto the ace, and then let's buy the rapid fire mid round. So I know that these darts, like, they're not too many darts. If we get the lots more darts, it's gonna be a lot better. But oh wait a minute, I should switch the camo prime onto this guy, because he is not focusing down the camo balloons. He's our only camo detection so far. So these are the only camo balloons. As soon as these guys pop, I'm gonna be super happy. Yes, there we go. That's a good snipe on the red balloon, and that's all we needed. That was actually, you know, it took a couple of attempts, but yeah, we finally get it done. I mean, it's kind of a weird setup, right? But I think that we can make it work. Let me get the advanced intel because we're gonna have some, actually, I should probably just straight up go for the submerged support, right? So that we can see those countless so we don't have to worry about them anymore. We're gonna have a couple of them around 37, and I see, please tell me the rockets are gonna, oh my god, that level 3 ability, that was insane. Are we gonna defend? That was a red balloon on the left side as well. Oh my god, we should not be surviving this. This is way too much, but there we go, level 7. Okay, finally. So now we can reposition Rosalia like this, and she can finally start attacking. Let's even get the bombs. Let's get the grenades as her main attack. I feel like we need some AoE, and then we have the level 7 ability if we run into some trouble, but I think we're gonna be fine. And let's start going towards, what are we trying to get here? So the bottom pad, the Never Miss, is actually gonna be kind of cheap. It says 2.7k, but this doesn't count for all the discounts. So if I go like this, it's 2.2k. Oh, that's super cheap. Do we get the money in this round? I think we do. Yes, let's go. Let's get this thing. Finally, Never Miss. And if we can get away with the lots more, oh my god, these discounts are actually ridiculous. $560, that is, and you know what? We're gonna defend this round specifically because we bought all these upgrades. Oh my god, the setup it's coming alive, guys. It is starting to work out. Alright, so the next two rounds are going to be pretty chill actually, because we have a very, very strong tower, the Never Miss, which is a 203 ace. We got the top pad upgrade, which is a lot more darts, and they get super buffed by the Alchemist. We also have Rosalia in a very good spot, and I took a look at how much the Spectre upgrade costs, and it's $24,010. And without the Rosalia discounts, it's 25.2k, so it's about a 1.2k haircut that we're getting. Let's just see how we do versus some mobs. I don't think we struggle. Yeah, there we go. They get defended very easily. I mean, the discounts are working. 24,000. We do have the money. Round 53, the Spectre is online, and we also have Rosalia. We have a 320 Alchemist, so I'm going to keep the Spectre as is. This tower is way too strong for the rounds that it's currently facing, and I'm also not going to be upgrading the village to jungle jumps because I'm really trying to save up as much money as possible for the Flying Fortress. So I took a look at the Flying Fortress price, and it's $87,210, and the 5th tier without any discount is 91.8. So that is the majority of where, you know, the discount is, what you're getting from Rosalia essentially. And honestly, again, it might not sound like a lot, but this means that, you know, you're gonna have to defend, you know, if you take into account all of the discounts that you're getting throughout all the tiers, this just means that you're getting this whole thing for like 1 or 2 rounds earlier, which is actually really nice. The round in which we're gonna have the money to buy this thing is probably going to be closer to the 90s. So keep in mind, there's going to be a huge difference if you have to defend, like, let's say up to round 93 or up to round 90 when getting, and we're going for the Flying Fortress. So that is what this discount is supposed to mean, and it's again, it's a level 6, so it's not a huge discount, but it's just going to make this a lot more affordable, right? And while we're just waiting for the Spectre to do its thing and actually start facing, you know, these free play rounds, which are going to be the first rounds in which it actually struggles a little bit, have you guys seen the latest Ninja Kiwi post? You guys know about the event that's upcoming? It's gonna be in a few days from now. It's gonna be on Wednesday, and I'm posting this on Monday. So it's gonna be a very interesting event in which, if you guys remember the birthday balloon quest, the party quest, everyone is going to be popping the birthday balloon quest, and then all, you know, you get a bunch of pops, and then all those pops are gonna be tallied up. But it's gonna be a community-wide event, so it's like we're all working together. And then when we hit milestones, there are gonna be some things happening, some rewards, or I'm not exactly sure what's gonna be the reward and what's gonna be happening, but I know that there's going to be like a milestone thingy, and so the more we pop it, I guess the better rewards or more things are going to be happening. So I'm really excited for that one. We're definitely going to participate in that one. We're definitely going to be, you know, trying to beat the birthday boss, the birthday bat actually, as many times as possible. And I had a lot of fun with that event because that was one of the first ones, you know, in which you get these infinite HP bosses, and, you know, they just keep appearing and you beat them as many times as possible. The second one was the phase 1 quest, which is super interesting. And then after that, we got this brand new game mode, which is the boss rush. So they've been building up onto this mechanic of just infinite HP bosses and things, but I think that this event is just going to be really special. I think it's going to be something very interesting happening. I don't have the details on it. I just saw the post from Ninja Kiwi, so I don't know. This Wednesday should be pretty interesting. But let's check in on the Spectre and Rosalia. So Rosalia is level 12. Not good. Not terrible. So we're doing kind of fine. I should probably switch to the lasers now, and I should probably have her to strong because we do have some cleanup, but we kind of need to keep these Moab class balloons in check, and so I feel like this is going to be, you know, having her on the lasers is going to be a better idea. And then the only thing that I'm worried about is just whether or not we're going to have to spend more money to basically defend these upcoming rounds, because once free play starts rolling in, that's when the problems are going to be starting for the Spectre. It's a decent tower, but it's not free play type of decent. At least it's going to start struggling eventually, right? So if we need to spend money or something like, let's say, a Relentless Glue or even just a Moab Glue, that is just gonna destroy our budget so much, and it's gonna make this whole thing so much more difficult. Alright, so round 83, a bunch of Moabs are about to come out, and we're at $68,000, and this thing costs $87,000. So we're still missing a decent amount of money, but I feel like the Spectre is so far doing kind of well. And I'm saying kind of good because it's really not as good as it could be. Once these 45 Bloons start rolling in, that's when we start trolling. So we're gonna have a bunch of 45s on 86. So I'm kind of looking forward to what's happening on that one. And you guys see this pushback from Rosalia. I think that thing is helping out a lot because it's buying a little bit of extra time for the Spectre just to go to town to these small Bloons. But we're almost there, $78,000. Now, a little bit of a sad thing is that the next two rounds don't make that much money. So it's gonna be just 2 ZOMGs on this one and then 4 ZOMGs on 87. So I feel like if we can get this thing done before the 90 start, that's gonna be ideal, because once the DDTs start rolling in, you know, there's all sorts of problems with the DDTs. Like, for example, we cannot deal with DDTs with the Spectre, but we can with the Flying Fortress. So this round right here is probably gonna be one of the more important rounds because we're at $82,000. This round doesn't make that much money, I don't think, and the next one doesn't make a lot of money as well. But because we get the discount of $87,000, I feel like we should be able to buy it pretty soonish. So I'm just gonna chill. Yeah, look at the money. It's 82,000. It's still 82,000. Yeah, these rounds they really don't make a lot of money. But the good thing is that we defend them. So we're gonna have 4 ZOMGs on this one, and I want to use the level 10 Rosalia ability actually just to kind of get rid of these guys as soon as possible. So let's get this kind of thing attached to this one. Let's do a lot of damage to it. Let's have it explode, and then oh, look at this thing. So 2 of them popped at the same time. So they're going on the 3rd track. That's the first time I think I've seen that happen. So that's a sign of struggle, and the money is still not going very well. So it's gonna be about $85,000. Yeah, we're done with this thing. So as I said, you know, these rounds they don't make a lot of money, but I think we actually have this thing. So let's use these abilities. Let's use the level 10 ability, and we're gonna have the money, guys. So if we didn't have Rosalia, keep in mind, you know, it's not just the Flying Fortress upgrade, but it's all of the other ones. It's the Spectre getting delayed, and it's the, you know, the 203 getting delayed. So we're looking at the 90s, and that would have been a huge problem if we had to buy this thing in the 90s. So let's buy this thing. Let's finally buy the Flying Fortress, and look at this thing, around 88. And that's kind of soonish, you know. That's for our standards. That's a little bit sooner. So this is like I guess it's like an easy chimp tower, because once you buy this thing, there's no way you lose. I mean, you need to give it, you know, a couple of extra things. So for example, I know that it attacks super fast, and the Alchemist might not be, you know, the best choice, but I'm just still gonna buy the Alchemist. I also wanna, oh wait a minute, yes, there we go. So this up is essentially our only D camo, but let's buy the village. Let's get the jungle drums going. And then what else do we want to do? I mean, maybe just help it out a little bit with something like a Relentless Glue on the side. But look at this thing. We finally got it. It's the Flying Fortress. It is him. It's the guy. It's the guy that we were trying to get. So yeah, this price point of $7,000 reduction, it's significant, guys. So we would have had it probably like around 90 what? Like around 90, around 91. And so that's a huge problem if you don't have this discount, and if you actually go into the 90s with the Spectre, because keep in mind, the Spectre's bomb projectiles, they cannot deal with DDTs, and the Flying Fortress can deal with DDTs. So if you reach the 90s and you have no way of dealing with DDTs, that's just more money being spent onto towers that can deal with DDTs, and that's kind of the, I guess that's kind of the thing with this discount, right? So you get it a little bit earlier, but you get it right on time so that you can actually deal with these, you know, more complicated rounds. But let's see how we do on this one. So we don't have any camo detection onto this guy, and so here's what I was thinking. I was thinking of just getting like a village. So let's get something like a 020 village so that it has innate camo detection, and look at it go versus DDTs. This is an auto win, isn't it? Yeah, around 95, not even close. This thing does way too much damage, and so we can help it out a little bit. So how do we want to help it? Maybe we can get something like an overclock, which is going to be way too much, but let's just get it, because why not? We have to, no, it's actually one discount. This doesn't work on the NGs, but let's get the overclock, and I feel like this is going to be GG. Yeah, let's watch it go to town around 98. I'm going to do the overclock thingy onto it, and oh my god, it is just so many projectiles. You can't even see it around because this thing is attacking so fast, and we do have the level 10 ability of Rosalia. You know what, let me just check what level she is. So she's level 17 on Chimps mode, and you know, I kind of did a test with the anti-balloon. If you guys haven't watched that video, I'm gonna link it. But essentially, the anti-balloon is, even though you get a huge discount on it, it is not worth getting it with Rosalia. There's no point in doing that thing. So let me overclock this guy for one last time. Let me use the level 10 ability, and yeah, so the anti-balloon makes absolutely no sense with Rosalia, but this guy, the Flying Fortress, and the discount on the Flying Towers absolutely makes sense, and it makes your life a little bit easier. And there we go, we got the Flying Fortress very close to 2 mega pops. Look at this thing. flying. We almost didn't get it, but you know what? We weren't even going for it, so that's completely fine. But there it is. It's the 5% discount, but guys, this adds up with these big numbers of like $120,000. But yeah, that's going for this one. So you can actually buy the Flying Fortress, and it actually does make sense. This discount is really nice. It's not too much, but it's actually kind of nice. And yeah, it's something that I can definitely get behind. But that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to see you on the next one.